Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video predictions for the second season, season 2, of Mr. Robot. Okay, so we don't have an exact air date for the second season of Mr. Robot, but I definitely wanted to do this video before. It's been a little while since I've actually watched the final few episodes of season 1 of Mr. Robot. The first season aired June 24th, 2015. So for the second season, we're probably looking somewhere at around that range, June 24th, that type of time range, and then be 10 episodes, I'm assuming, just like the first season. Yep, that's what's been on order, is another 10 episodes. So I'm really happy with what's been happening with this series. You know, it's one that a lot of us watched through, and then as people started to hear about it, just through word of mouth, because it's on USA Network, which is a network that not a lot of people watch normally. As people started to hear about Mr. Robot, it really started to kind of spread, and more people are watching it now. I hear people even talking about it and how amazing the show is and how amazing the first season is. It was just such an incredible first season. Now, this video will contain spoilers if you haven't seen the first season all the way through, because we're talking about what we think is going to happen in the next season. So the finale, EPS 1.90 day, which aired September 2nd, 2015, it left a lot of kind of open, loose ends for the first season. I would say episode 9 was probably like the main season finale, and then episode 10 was kind of the spillover afterwards. So, of course, there's a lot of questions to answer in this one, and Mr. Robot is one of the most unpredictable shows I've ever seen. You know, it has so many twists and turns, and just when you think it might go this way, it comes back, and then you think it's going to be that way, and then it goes back to what you thought originally, like what we saw in episode 9 with the big revelation. And even episode 8, too, with a pretty big revelation in that one also. Nice twist, and then the finale, we see White Rose, and he is actually talking with the head of Evil Corp. And to what are we going to see with Philip? To what are we going to see from that? No idea. You've got Tyrell, who's missing, and Philip from Evil Corp says that they know exactly who's responsible for it, and that they're going to deal with him accordingly, or as they usually do. So a lot of times these big conglomerates, these big companies, they have a certain section of them that can deal with kind of the off-the-book stuff, the do not file kind of cases where big money could be involved, and that side of corruption can kind of lead companies to deal with certain matters in a different way from what they normally would. I think we're going to see that with Tyrell next season. He, of course, has been missing. His wife, his dominatrix, I like to call her dominatrix, because, well, the obvious reasons. Doesn't really seem to know where he is, or Elliot thinks she's lying, but he's not quite sure. And she there's that scene where she speaks in, what languages do they speak? Is it German? Is it Russian? I'm not sure. I think it's German, but from what I hear. But somebody correct me right in the comments below with what language it is they speak. So she's kind of talking to him in a different language. I hear some people even saying, is Elliot Tyrell? Are they the same person? I don't think so. I think we're going a little too far there with how much Elliot can accomplish in one day. Plus that theory just doesn't make sense, because you have Elliot talking with Gideon, and then you have other scenes where Gideon will go and meet with Tyrell, and Tyrell will shake his hand and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't make sense that they would be the same person. I think she was speaking to him in the other language just to kind of throw him off, or she was saying something about Tyrell, because we know their relationship is kind of on the rocks right now. They're not. She's upset with him because he killed that lady, and and it's kind of screwed everything up. And her being a dominatrix, she wants to control him and make sure that he's doing everything he can for their family, and he messed up pretty big there. So I don't think that's what we're seeing. But with regards to Tyrell, I'm wondering for the second season, has E Corp kind of captured him? Are they torturing him or something, trying to get the word out and how they reverse everything, how they change everything back, who's knocking on Elliot's door? Now, with that one, we see the scene earlier on in the episode where the guy that was dating the psychologist, Elliot's psychologist, of course, is mad at Elliot, wants retribution for him stealing his dog, and then also ruining his life, basically, even though he was living a lie anyway. I think he's probably the most likely candidate for the person knocking at the door, but it could be anybody. It could be Tyrell. It could be somebody else. I mean, Danielle. I mean, who knows, right? For the second season, who that's going to end up being. But it sure is exciting to try to think about it. Write your comments below on who you think it is knocking on the door, because it could go a lot of different ways. And if you think it's going to be that guy, again, they could twist on you. It could go the other way. It could be E-Corp knocking on the door. Because we know that they've been keeping tabs on Elliot, and they do know about him too. So maybe Philip's referring to him. Oh yeah, we know who did it. And it's Elliot, or maybe Tyrell, or who knows who he's referring to. Even it's tough to say. Also, why is White Rose meeting with Philip in the first place? What's going on there? You know, as he's talking about Nero watching Rome burn. Why are they talking to each other? What's going on? Is White Rose in the type of situation where he has nothing advantageous to gain? He kind of set out to do this goal, which is what F Society did, which is to knock down E-Corp's backbone. And they did, and now all the money that anybody owes to E-Corp is erased, and the market has crashed, and they basically become, from one of the biggest conglomerates in the world, has become pretty much no financial backing whatsoever, and basically crashed down. So where does that leave the world now? Is White Rose going to have different motivations to maybe try to restore that? Are they going to try to capture Daniela and get her to undo what she did? And will she want to? And, you know, it's got some really great questions for season 2. It's like you accomplish one goal, right, that you set out to accomplish in your life or as a group, right, as a team. And then once it ends, sometimes you had this vision for how it was going to be. And then you did it, and you were like, this wasn't how I pictured it. You got guys like blowing their heads off, and you got anarchy in the streets. You got people going crazy, the market crashing, people with 401ks erased. Gideon's whole company basically has gone belly up, and you just have the whole economy just messed up from what's happened, and you have basically a spread of anarchy. So what will happen next? Who knows? Maybe Elliot and F Society, Daniela will decide maybe this isn't really what we really wanted, because it's caused so much more destruction and death with the chaos that has come from smashing the system, that they decide maybe we should just try to restore order. Maybe we should just give it back. Even though our whole society is built around debt and a house of cards, knocking it out, knocking out a big part of that and having the whole house come down, maybe, not exactly what they pictured, what they actually wanted. When you have, on the flip side of the debt being gone, you also have people's retirement who have worked their whole life, maybe 30, 40 years for that, also evaporated in an instant. So, man, I am just, Mr. Robot just absolutely kicked my ass this summer. I mean, I went in watching it hearing it's pretty good after the first episode or two, watched it and thought, wow, this is pretty good. And then as the season went on, I was like, wow, this is really good. And then as it ended, I was like, this is amazing. This is one of the best first seasons of a TV show I have seen in a long, long time. So, man, can't say enough good things about Mr. Robot. Anybody watching this video, if you haven't watched it yet, you need to go out and watch it. You need to take the time, when you have time. And, it's not... it's not urgent or anything, but in terms of a great show to watch if you're looking for something, man, because there's no Walking Dead. Fear Walking Dead is on next weekend, but no Walking Dead until October. Definitely check out Mr. Robot, man. Just incredible show. So there's kind of my predictions for season 2. That's about as much as I can say. A lot of question marks, a lot of kind of unknowns, and it should be really fun to see how they respond now that they've accomplished what they set out to do. Did they get the result that they had in mind? And what's going to happen from here on out, at this time? What's going to happen now? You even got Angela who works for them and stuff, and people dying left, right, and center, and oh, man. Crazy. Crazy stuff. So I think that's all my predictions for now, guys. A lot of it's just unknowns, but write in the comments below what you think is going to happen to Elliot, Tyrell, his missus, the dominatrix, Angela, Daniela, and all the characters involved, White Rose and E-Corp. Really fun. What a great series, man. Really, really fun. If you guys want to see more video topics from it, maybe we could do one discussing what the hell is wrong with Elliot. That'd be a fun video. Just call it What the Hell is Wrong with Elliot. That'll be the video title. Write your comments below, private message me suggestions, and if you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share, please favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, you want to see my reviews for Season 2 of Mr. Robot next year, you can go ahead and subscribe at the bottom left, and I may do a cumulative review for the first season overall. We look at each episode, we talk about the peaks, the highs, and the lows, and how we felt. Yeah, so if you're new, be sure to subscribe. So for this one, I'll see you guys again real soon. I have to wait all the way till next summer for season 2. And already, the wait is killing me. I can't wait. That's it for this one. See you guys for the next one. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.